Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Smokin.
That's right, it is Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B. I got my guest tonight. I got Keegan Eckert. How you doing, Keegan?
I'm doing great.
Big Dan Davis.
Hell yeah, I'm doing great myself.
And, of course, our resident Giants fan, Dan Leonard.
What's up?
So, neither of our teams did very good yesterday. We lost. And end of story.
But my parlay won.
Good for you. You must have picked the Lions to cover that spread.
I picked the Lions to cover that spread. Shit, you got anything above 9. How the heck do you not take a team to cover that spread?
Right. And you took your team to cover the spread versus Dallas, right?
Correct.
And you picked Minnesota to win.
Yep. That was the one that gave me the little trouble.
Little butterflies in the stomach until they screwed up that call, right?
Oh, yeah, they blew that call huge. That was a touchdown, but thankfully they did.
Right. Good for you. Bad for the Patriots. Bad for my pick'ems, too. I'm 1-3 now.
Oh, heck.
Hang on. Let me see.
Or 1-2, excuse me.
No, I'm 3-0 right now.
You picked Dallas?
Yeah, I picked Dallas because we're not a good team. I'm a homer, but I'm not dumb.
I would have picked you if it was me.
Maybe if we didn't have 11 starters out.
I know. 6 of them caused by Lions game.
I'm actually going to blame like 90% of those 6 on the tear.
Yeah, it is. We know that. That being said, let's get into our hot players. Keegan, who is your hot players of the game?
I would say first half, Williams played great. Second half, things kind of started low because we started passing the ball more.
Is that your only hot player?
And then I can't think of the rookie that actually started this week. He played really well.
James Houston. The problem.
Yes.
From Jackson State.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
Especially Hutch. No matter what, he got to the quarterback, got some pressures, even though it's Josh Allen. That's pretty good against a quarterback like Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he have 0 tackles though?
0 tackles, yes.
Okay.
But he did have 6 more pressures. Big Dan, who are your hot players?
On offense, I'm going to go with the Sun God, 9 receptions, 100-something yards, and a touchdown. And then, of course, on defense, it's James Houston, first player in Lions history to record multiple sacks in his first start.
Yep.
2 sacks and 5 snaps. I thought that was pretty freaking cool, and I think he earned himself a spot on the active roster, if not the starting position.
Okay, Leonard?
I'm going to go with James Houston like everybody else, or Justin Houston, whatever the hell his name is. And I like that Jackson kid. I think he played a damn good game and saved that. Well, yeah, he made it a closer game than it would have been.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to add a couple more in there. You guys are forgetting Anzalone had a fantastic game. And James Houston, of course, Malcolm Rodriguez, he did some good things. He had a tackle for loss, a pass defended, six tackles with 4 solo. Josh Jacobs had six solo tackles by himself. Deshaun Elliott had a decent game. Will Harris tackled well, but can't cover anybody with a blanket. Aleem McNeil kind of disappeared this game. He had 3 assisted tackles, 1 solo. AO was non-existent. And Austin Bryant almost could have had a good game if he wouldn't have roughed the passer on that when it wasn't necessary on a third down call.
Yeah.
And such a damn shame we lost Julian Okwara on the only play he had made something happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Justin Jackson was electric in the kick return with an average of 22.3.
Wow.
But right now, let's get to a few of the comments. Okay, truth time. I gained a pound or two yesterday, but I did take Doggy on a longer than usual walk tonight, so that has to count for something. Nice debut by the Houston kid indeed. Give him Bryant's spot on the roster. Absolutely.
Yes.
Crazy Ken, my dad, pops in and says, "What's up, guys?" And Goldilocks did, in fact, drink the right porridge on Turkey Day. Good call, Jeremy. And I'll tell you who else had a good game. He only got to punt the ball twice, but Jack Fox averaged 51.5 yards per punt, and both of them were inside the 20. And James Burgess says hi to my dad. That being said, to the cold players. We already mentioned one, Austin Bryant. And Jamal Williams was a little bit of a tale of two halves and a tale of two players. Hot in the first half, cold in the second, because he had that fumble. That equaled a touchdown. Austin Bryant's boneheaded roughing the passer. That was a touchdown. You know who else I'm going to add to the cold players, even though he caught a touchdown pass? DJ Shark.
Yeah.
Yes, there was one that was the bad pass that was missed on the 3rd and 1, which shouldn't have been a pass play at all. It should have been a run play when we're less than a minute on the clock and run some more clock or force them to burn a timeout, whatever. We should have ran it there.
Mm-hmm.
But DJ Shark had 2 drops also. And not only was Amon-Ra St. Brown pretty impressive with his 9 catches, it was on 10 targets. And you had one of those rare drops by him. And James Verda says, Jack's a effing assassin as a punter. The extension money was well spent. My dad says, hey, back to James. And Shark needs some consistency. We haven't got that in any measure this year. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what he did do is open up all the stuff underneath. Goff completed passes to 7 different receivers. And again, DeAndre Swift was pretty much a meh. 4 catches, 24 yards. The long of 14, which was a lifesaver on 3rd down when he made that guy miss behind the line on the screen pass. Overall, we went toe-to-toe with a team that was projected to possibly represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen did Josh Allen things when we left 32 seconds on the clock with timeouts. That is why I hated the pass play.
Yeah.
If you ran the ball and you don't get it, they at least have to burn a timeout.
Right. That is true.
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody was expecting a pass there. And different circumstances there, that ball would have got led. It's a completely different game because that was wide open. There was nobody there to stop that.
You complete that pass with a 250-pound linebacker in your face.
He threw it way behind him. If he would have just tossed it and forward him, Shark could have ran, is what I'm saying. That's all.
I didn't say he couldn't have had it. That's not what I'm saying.
But I'm saying that's why you throw that pass there because nobody expects it.
He does keep the safeties back, but when they hit him, we need those chunk plays. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Consistency is the difference between winning games and losing games. Absolutely. But I'd say 95% of that game was excellent coaching overall. The clock management at the end, passing. All they had to do is that dive play they did with Goff in the first half on that 4th and 1, and they'd have made it.
Yeah.
I think if we can hang with Buffalo, like you said, who's potentially a Super Bowl contender, we can hang with anybody the rest of the way.
I agree. The defense looks better overall. We're giving up less passing yards every week.
We're getting there.
And I love the fact I actually saw some 3-man front looks.
Yeah.
Yes, hell yeah.
Moral victories are not a thing. Buffalo is ahead of us on a couple of things. Coaching is better, more experience, but Dan's learning up too, and their roster is deeper than ours. We're unfinished still. Absolutely, James Burgess. And we already got 4 wins, which means we've already went over the win total of last year. That's pretty good. But this could have been a 1 had there not been a couple of boneheaded things. A missed field goal would have meant overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And they still needed a highlight reel play between 2 all-pros to avoid overtime. Absolutely, James Burgess. Absolutely.
After they made that game-winning field goal, Josh Allen was relieved. He looked like he was going to cry for a minute. He's like, "Whoo."
Health will determine the rest of our season. Absolutely. Overall, they didn't play horrible, but they didn't play great.
Yeah.
They were just good, average, okay. Does anybody disagree with that assessment?
No.
No.
The fact that you hang with them like that says a lot.
And let's talk about him. James Houston, the problem, has made his debut, and he is a problem. Does anybody disagree with that statement?
Hell no. I think he, like I said earlier, he has earned himself the starting spot. He could take Bryant's spot.
Bryant was only a starter because they scratched Brockers, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why he was a starter, and he had been on the roster longer.
Yes, sir.
For a measuring stick game, we kind of passed in the rebuild going the right way, but the journey ain't over. No, the journey's not over. And I don't know, James, you were around prior to Hard Knocks when I was saying we were a 6-8 win team. Isn't that where I was at begin with?
Yeah.
Right around there.
Yeah.
And then after Hard Knocks, I got excited, drank the Kool-Aid, and boom. Look what happened.
Honestly, after Hard Knocks, I think everyone was drinking that Kool-Aid.
And Crazy Ken comes on and says, I like the paint job on the helmet, Dan.
Thank you.
And he goes, Jacobs shut down Diggs. He went out and Allen and Diggs connected for the win. Absolutely. And Livewire Sports comes in and says, what's going on, Jeremy? Salute, everyone. That is my buddy, Martin. How you doing, Martin?
What's up, Martin?
Is that Martin?
And James Burgess says the Kool-Aid got strong with Hard Knocks mixed in. Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
And, if we'd have been healthy all year, could we have been done a little better earlier in the season? Absolutely. Would we have? We don't know, because and Livewire Sports and Entertainment says, I'm good, everyone. I just think we're about 4 at most 7 players, starters away on defense from being good. Does anybody disagree with that?
No, not at all.
I mean, because you got Okuda, you got Kirby, and you got Walker. So there's 3. You got Hutch and Pascal, but he's been in and out of the lineup, so I really can't say he's great.
When he is on the field, he's good. But off the field with these injuries, it could come as a problem later on.
Right. Aleem has shown flashes, but isn't consistent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Comiskey's shown flashes, but he's not consistent. Same with Bugs. Same with and Nick Benito Jones had a sack in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as getting pressures, we did pretty well. I mean, we had 8 QB hits. We had a total of 16 pressures and 3 sacks for a loss of 16 yards. That's not a bad play against a team that has supposedly a good O-line, great receivers, good running backs. I was quite impressed with that. It's more than we've seen in a while.
Yeah. It's about time our defense is showing up.
James Ritter says Aleem needs a running mate. Hint, hint. Jalen Carter would be a nice add. Thank you, Rams. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does anybody got the Rams winning in KC this weekend?
No.
I don't know if I have the Rams winning the rest of the year.
Yeah, because they're starting Bryce Perkins. Who the hell is that?
Rams only got 3 wins right now, huh? So, yeah, I don't see them winning anymore.
I think Rams are mostly likely done for the season.
So Jacobs is in concussion protocol, but that doesn't mean he can't play because we have 10 days off before the Jags game. Jamison Williams is back practicing. Romeo's back practicing. We could end up with all these guys back healthy by the Jags game. How nice would that be?
That'd be freaking awesome. I mean, if J-Mo ends up playing, that's going to add a little something extra to our offense.
Yeah.
And James says Rams won't win any more games except by accident. I agree.
Meh.
They got the defense. They just don't have an offense.
Yeah. They don't even have an O-line.
I got a question for you guys. Why the hell did they cut Darrell Henderson?
That I am totally lost at. Who picked him up? Somebody picked him up already.
The Jags picked him up.
Yeah.
The Rams look like a team that has lost all interest in playing 2022 football. Yeah, even Aaron Donald don't look right.
I bet you wish that he just retired.
Oh, I've said all along. He sat there. He goes that they showed a picture of him sitting on the sideline on one of the games when Matt Stafford threw another pick 6, and he just rolled his eyes and shook his head. And that look, you know what it reminded me of?
What?
He goes, it looked like he said, and I signed up for this shit.
They did give him a lot of money.
Yeah, they gave him a lot of money to come back, but and James Burgess says I saw that clip too, LOL. Call me dumb, but who's the problem? James Houston. That's his nickname from when he was at Jackson State because he caused so much pressure, Dad.
You know what?
Called the problem.
It's good seeing Jackson State people in the NFL. Deion Sanders doing something right down there.
He might not be there for too much longer. He's interviewing for Colorado and South Florida jobs.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he just wants to get out to a bigger freaking school there where he could have more of a presence, I guess, if you want to say.
Yeah.
He did just go undefeated, though, man.
That in mind, did anyone see Matt Rule is
now the head coach of Nebraska, like I said
Yeah.
he probably would be when he got fired? Didn't I say that when we did our NFL roundtable talk? When I said that, I said he's probably going to go to a school like Nebraska or Oklahoma State.
I think
Yeah.
so. And you know what? He'll be good there. Watch.
Yeah, he will be good there because his game fits college. It doesn't fit the pros.
Nick Saban.
Yep. At Jackson State, he was a man playing amongst not quite kids, but the disparity was huge. Yes, it was. But he proved that it was his ability to get to a quarterback is why he was drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, James Houston, that was one hell of a debut. And it started off when he saved that fumble by Raymond.
Yeah.
On special teams before he even came in on defense.
Yeah, I remember that.
And also was the reason why you didn't see Raymond returning kicks anymore because that was on a kick return.
That's when in the chat when we were watching the game why I said Laqueef. He's at it again.
Yeah, I know. I think that was his first play ever. The recovery, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
With everyone healthy, man, our defense is going to be good. We're missing a few pieces, but we get those fixed. Next year, our defense is going to be really good.
I agree. After this performance in this Buffalo game, I don't think I'm much worried about anyone else left on the schedule.
There's a couple I'm worried about.
I mean, I'm not saying like guaranteeing we're winning all of them, but I think we can hang in there with anybody, win or lose.
And he goes, Justin Jackson was awful good at returns. We need to keep him around. I agree. Did we sign him to just a practice squad deal? We did, didn't we? And then we activated him.
Let me look.
That being said, oh, go ahead, Dan.
Oh, sorry. My dog's behind the love seat trying to do something. And there's all my electric back there getting knocked out.
Oh, boy. That's always fun.
Oh, shit.
We got him with a 1 year.
And I think that sack was due to the two linemen who were on Hutch. You're absolutely right. Yeah, we did sign him to a 1 year, so it probably was that practice squad deal. James Houston. What's going on, guys? I'm taking Romeo's spot. That's my spot now. Houston, we have a problem. Gotta love it when the accounts come in. But yeah, I mean Hutch was double teamed a lot.
Yeah.
And he still got pressures.
Right, yeah, he was double teamed and yeah, he didn't get in there much, but he did cause a lot of havoc back there at the same time.
Yep. That being said, oh, look at that. We got DC 8091. How you doing, buddy?
All right. Sorry, it takes a parents 4 hours to watch a 2-hour movie nowadays.
Yeah, that happens. Incontinence, a bitch.
No, it's just mute button and stop this and do that and stop this.
Yeah.
Anyways, the new Christmas Story movie kicks ass. Had you not seen it yet?
Okay.
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Shark ran the damn route. How about hit him in stride?
Well, if he looked the wrong way.
But anyways,
Yep.
What do you think? Who is your hot players, DC?
Oh, hot ones? I should have just did this yesterday. I'm readjusting. Hot ones was obviously Houston
Yep.
for his coming up two on his big sacks. Gosh, who else? I thought Stafford all in all had an equal game, and I would say St. Brown's on fire, and I will say Deontay Swift had the hardest run I can remember him having in a long time, if not ever.
On that screen pass?
Well, no, on the one that they called him down on the they called his leg down.
Oh,
he
yeah.
absolutely drugged that safety 7 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the hardest run I have seen him do in a long time.
Yeah, but I couldn't call him a hot player with how little he did.
No, I just wanted to give him acknowledgement for actually putting his shoulder down. And
yeah, dragging a guy.
He could be a power back every once in a while. Who's the diehard Giants hitter?
Keegan Eckert.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
I'm laughing at you guys. I'm winning. Ha ha ha. That's funny. You didn't do shit for him.
He did catch a touchdown pass.
Oh, finally, out of 3 games, he caught one?
Yeah.
Out of how many red zone targets so far? I think it was 6.
Yeah, I don't care. He's screwing up my fantasy team, so. Oh, well. Damn, there's a weird beer.
Well, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, A1 Tire and Auto Repair. 3 locations to serve you. The one in Old Kilcullen also sells cars through TNT Auto Sales. And then we have the Bay City location on Broadway and the Saginaw location on Genesee Street, where I work. Come on in. Great used tires at a great price and good prices on new tires too. And Mad Lab Custom Creations. That's Dan Leonard's Facebook group and also his business of customizing mini and full-size helmets. And James Erda says, hey, TJ, thanks for the cap space and added value picks. Please win a playoff game.
Agreed.
As long as it's not against us.
Yeah, I'm not willing to say we're going to be there yet.
Well, as I said, as long as it's not against us.
That being said, this has been the Lions Man Cave chat. We have gone over everything, and overall, I say we had a decent game. It just we didn't end up on the right end of the stat common.
Yeah.
Yep. 1 or 2 plays away.
Oh, Mike Valenti. When will you guys stop cheering for losers?
We don't cheer for you, Valenti.
Yeah, I haven't cheered for you once.
Yeah, so we don't cheer for losers, dude.
Hey, Valenti, we will once you get a coaching job.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This has been Kneecap Biting with Smokin' Jeremy B. I want to say thank you to my guests, Keegan Eckert, Dan Leonard, DC8091, and Big Dan. Any parting thoughts there, Keegan?
I would say, even though we lost, this was a good game. People were saying we had a turnaround last week. I think we add to that. We will be great for years to come.
Leonard?
Fuck Geno Smith.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay, DC8091, what's your parting shot there?
I can't. It was a tight game, but I can't help but thinking if it was Akuda and the 2 guards were back, that score is going to be a lot different.
Big Dan?
I'm just, like I've been saying, I'm proud of the effort. Hung in there with a Super Bowl contender. Go Lions. We can hang in with anybody.
Damn right.
And James Erda says, Jeremy, DC, Dan, Keegan, missed the other. Thanks as always. This rebuild is going to get it all the way home.
Sounds good.
Well, this has been Kneecap Biting with Smokin' Jeremy B, and I'm going to end the show the only way I know how. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. And it isn't by griping. Valenti and Beard.
Losers.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week. There will be no Monday show as there isn't another post-game show. This was the post-game and Lions Man Cave chat all rolled into one. But if any breaking news happens over the weekend, I might do a show about it. Have a great weekend. I hope everybody had a happy and safe Thanksgiving with your families. And go Lions. One pride.
Fuck the Packers.
Yes.
Neuter-
Agreed.